Hey everyone, Glenn Victor here. We are right outside the classroom here at the United Safety Council where we're hosting a free OSHA workshop on record keeping beyond the 300 log and OSHA training requirements. It's part of the United Safety Council OSHA Alliance agreement that the Council has with OSHA, hosting free workshops throughout the year. As you can see, we have a full house here at the Council today for this very important topic all about OSHA record keeping. We're so fortunate to have two speakers here with us today. We have both Joan Spencer from OSHA talking all about the OSHA record keeping requirements.
Alliance was originally for emergency response, but we have found that just having these workshops and these classes and these presentations, keeping the employers and the workers up to date with what's going on with OSHA has been very beneficial. A lot of people just get hooked into having the records for the injuries and illnesses, but they don't realize they have to keep quite a few records for training, certifications, qualifications of their employees, and just the fact that having good records management helps them save time, helps them save money, and if it's at their fingertips, then any procedures, any processes that they have can go forward, and they can be improved on. That's the whole idea of going back and reviewing those programs with those processes and seeing, is it working for them?
And we also have Danny Unda here from KH&S Contracting talking about how his agency handles record keeping and the training requirements that OSHA does have in place.
The importance is in two ways. One is to the persons that are going to be the safety coordinators at their place, and secondly, how that is going to help to their workers, because we have found that being proactive with our workers, especially the Hispanic labor force, as I told you, that has always to receive that help because they come to the country and they don't know a lot of things about safety.
People think of OSHA record keep as only the OSHA 300 log and forget all the rest of the standards that require those training records. So it's a great refresher for us to come in and remember it's beyond just when someone gets injured, there's a whole bunch of other requirements for record keeping. So it's a great refresher.
It's really important because that's the only way that you could track how your company is doing in terms of your training, safety, if it's working, and you could go back and you could go ahead and go back and redo your training.
Nowadays we have to report a lot of stuff to OSHA, amputations, those kind of things, and if they come in and they want to check and make sure that your records are up to date, it's critical that we are up to date and compliant.
Well, obviously it's important to keep track of all our accidents and stuff, and when I got the email saying beyond the OSHA 300, that's what I want to know. You know, I understand how to keep track of what we're doing and what happens, but it's that beyond that I'm really interested in finding out what OSHA's looking for from us.
Well, you got to go back to the original purpose of the OSHA Act was to really reduce injuries and illnesses. When you think about OSHA record keeping, was really a key in understanding what's going on in the workplace, even though it's a lagging indicator, in order for people to properly report serious injuries and we can get a handle on what's really going on. So I think it's really super important you understand that recording criteria versus workers' compensation, which are very different criteria. So this is very important to knowing where you've been and setting some direction for the future.
Of course, you can see there's a great turnout today. People from all over the state of Florida here at the workshop today. Lots of business contacts being made and great information being exchanged.
It was excellent. I learned a lot. I have 4 pages of notes. And I especially liked private industry coming in and explaining how they implement the OSHA requirements. It gives us another perspective to look from.
Very good. I like it. I enjoy it. I learn a lot about training and record keeping.
I like this this avenue to touch base with all the contractors and general industry and construction both to help them establish what guidelines they need to keep track of and training records. So very informative. Always a pleasure hearing from Joan and industry guy as well.
It was a great class. The instructors were great. It was a good exchange of information and well worth the 2-hour class. It was a lot of good stuff.
So there you have it, everyone. Another great free OSHA workshop as part of the United Safety Council OSHA Alliance Agreement with OSHA. If you'd like to attend our next workshop, check us out online or go to the United Safety Council Facebook page, and we hope to see you at the next free OSHA Alliance workshop at the United Safety Council.